Alright, so that's it. Another quick walkthrough. This is the Pullman Yard Chef's Market. Happens every Saturday.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Atlanta and welcome back to Calvino's World. I hope everyone had a wonderful week. What I have for you today is a walkthrough of the Chef's Market happening every weekend at Pullman Yards, now through the fall. But first, I wanted to talk to you about this weekend's events, including upcoming events happening later in May. Now, it looks like we're in for a little bit of off and on showers this weekend, but it should be fine. It shouldn't stop you from enjoying all the different activities. So first up, looks like we have the GM Classic Truck Show in Summerhill. Now, I have never been. I didn't even know they held this event annually, especially so close to where I live in Grant Park. I can probably bike there in less than 10 minutes, but it's likely because I'm really not into GM trucks like that. Although this does look pretty cool. I'm a Toyota man, an old school Toyota truck guy. I wish I still had this baby working. I would love to show up with this truck, but that'll be for a future time. Anyway, since it's so close, I think I might have to go get some footage for you guys. I'm not sure. I'm not making any promises, but we'll see. It does start pretty early, 9 a.m., but I couldn't find an end time. So I assume they're going through the afternoon. So if you're interested in this type of thing or you happen to be close by, it might be worth checking out. And who knows, I might just see you there. So also happening this weekend, there's the Johns Creek International Festival. I love Cultural Fest. I love to travel, and since I'm stuck in Atlanta, this is a way for me to dream. And normally, I don't venture outside the perimeter. I like to stick to events that are happening in town or near the city. However, you know my love of these good international fests, and I wish I had more time this weekend. I would definitely venture up there to check this one out. But there's just too much going on, and there just isn't enough time this weekend. If you happen to be near Johns Creek, what's your excuse? You should definitely check it out. I would if I were you. Happening closer in town is the DECATUR Arts Festival, which is this Saturday and Sunday, so you have plenty of time to go and visit and check out DECATUR Arts Festival. I do want to mention that I saw an announcement where there are future plans to remodel the Decatur Square. For me, it was just fine the way it is. However, I'm not gonna lie, those improvements do look pretty dope. The downside is they were talking about spending 3 or 4 years to make it happen. And there are different phases. For right now, they only have the funds for phase 1, and they're trying to get that completed before the World Cup. The phase 2 and possibly 3, they don't even have the funds for yet, but it's funny that they're talking about taking so long to get those plans in place. So if you want to see the square before it changes, you have a little bit of time, and you should at least visit once in the next couple of years to remember the old school Decatur Square. Real quick story about Decatur Square. If you remember the HBO TV series The Watchmen, I spent quite a few days filming The Watchmen as one of the police officers, and they built an exact replica of Decatur Square in a studio. When I went and stood on the platform, I was like, why does this feel so familiar? And it was literally a direct copy of the Decatur Square in the TV show The Watchmen. I think it used to come on HBO, so I never got to see like the final product. If you happen to be a fan of that comic series, I'm sure you'll remember. Also happening this weekend, again, this slightly falls under the Keep Atlanta Weird category. For you pet lovers in Midtown, there is the MUTT GALA fashion event happening at the Midtown Park on 10th Street. So the MUTT GALA, if you know the Met Gala in New York, then you should kind of get the idea of what this is. So if you like dressing up and dressing up your dogs, this is supposed to be the event for you. Even though I don't own any pets, it does look like fun. Again, this happens at the 10th Street Park. I've taken you guys there before for the Midtown free movie night. You can watch that previous video in the link in the description down below. That's happening and should be a lot of fun. There's also a bazillion different Cinco de Mayo events happening all over the city. I won't go over all of them. If you haven't already made plans, I'm not going to say it's too late, but you probably are pushing it. I know there's a huge one at Piedmont Park and another one at Atlantic Station. There's also the SOCA de Mayo if you're looking for a Caribbean twist on Cinco de Mayo. For all of the events, I've attached links in the description below. So if you need further details of the exact time, dates, and location, just click on that. And now for the big one. Again, this falls under the Keep Atlanta Weird. Slightly. It's not really all that weird. It was weird to me in the beginning. But there is the Lantern Parade happening tonight on the Beltline on the southwest side. I'll spend a little bit more time talking about this one because it is one of my favorite events, and I think this is one of the ones you should not miss if you have not been to it already. This one is on the southwest side of the Beltline, not the more popular east side Beltline. They used to hold it on the east side Beltline when they first started, but I imagine now at this point it would be way too massively disruptive. However, there are still way more people than you would think that will be on the south side Beltline. Parking will be difficult, so I highly recommend going there an hour early so that you can find a good parking spot as well as a great place to sit and watch. Bring a lawn chair. That reminds me, bring a lawn chair so that you don't have to stand for the entire event. Now, we've spoken before about the little red cups and how I'm pretty sure that's not water that they're drinking in there. So what I'm saying is you can bring your own alcohol. There will be plenty of people there drinking and having a good time besides you. And it is a family-friendly event. There'll be plenty of kids there as well. That's really what the event was started for. But, the parents are always going to turn it into a day drinking event. So if you have kids and you have not been to the Atlanta Lantern Parade, I can tell you now they really will enjoy this event. And if you get there extra early, you could probably find parking in front of the Wild Haven Beer Brewery on the west end. There's a big parking lot. However, keep in mind, it is a really super large crowd. So more than likely, you're going to have to find parking in the surrounding neighborhoods. And actually, I've already posted a previous video on this, which you can watch in the link in the description below. As far as events happening during the week, there's always the free cardio dance classes, the free yoga classes, and live music at the Walk downtown, which we've discussed before, the Boardwalk downtown. Now, upcoming for the next weekend and later in May. So May 10th, you got the Atlantic Station Food Fest. The big one, the Sweet Auburn Fest, and a smaller one, which I'm not familiar with, which is the Chastain Park Spring Arts Fest. That's all happening on May 10th. May 17th, you've got the Kirkwood Spring Fling Festival. I've been there plenty of times. I've got footage in the archives for you. There's also the Polynesian Festival in Chamblee. I've never been to that. That sounds like one I might have to check out. And then toward the end of May, May 25th, you've got another big one, the Jazz Festival. I've got a link for that video in the description below, so please check that one out. There's the Decatur's Farmers Market, the Fringe Festival, MomoCon, and Music in the Garden in Decatur. All right, so again, a lot happening during May. Now, as far as the Chef's Market, so from the website, directly quoted from the website, delight your senses with a wide range of eats from street foods to farmers fare, global cuisine, sweet treats, and more at Pullman Yard Chef's Market. Chef Market is a family and dog friendly event. Wait, hold up. Listen, man, y'all can't be bringing them damn dogs everywhere. You see how crowded it is, man. Leave your dog at home and just come to the event. Man, come on now. Just try to enjoy the event without your dog. And if you really need to have your dog with you everywhere you go to that Met Gala event happening this weekend. All right, let me keep it positive. Sorry. If for any reason you show up to an event and I tell you it's going to be crowded and for whatever reason it's not, or it doesn't seem like there's a much going on, please understand what I've said many times before, which is at all of these events, it is weather dependent. So if it happens to be raining or it's cold, yeah, of course, not as many people are going to be there. But if it's sunny and warm and people come in from the suburbs to looking for something to do, it will be crowded and there will be lots of traffic and it will be frustrating trying to find parking if you're driving to any event, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. If you live in town, you should already own a bicycle. You can get to most events that I've mentioned within 10-20 minutes from downtown or midtown. At the very least, you should catch MARTA. So speaking of MARTA, to get to the Chef's Market, my suggestion for you, if you are not biking to the Chef's Market, my suggestion to you is to get off on the Edgewood Candler Park MARTA station. It isn't that far of a walk, and you can walk directly across DeKalb Avenue to get there at Pullman Yards. Anyway, that's all I have for you. We've covered a lot. I'll update these as more videos come out, but hope you guys enjoy your weekend and have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Alright, so that's it. Another quick walkthrough. This is the Pullman Yard Chef's Market. Happens every Saturday about 1 to 8. So pretty nice little event. Like I say, if you really
I hope this video was able to inform or entertain in some way, so if you got anything out of it, please return the love and hit the like button to help me grow the channel. It really does help. And if you happen to be going through a difficult time, please remember to get out there and explore for yourself. Live in the moment, live in the now. Take the time to appreciate all the little things and find the joy in life. Tomorrow is never promised. Forget about material matters and simply be grateful for each and every breath. Morning is always a new opportunity, one more chance to start over. And most importantly, just be good to each other. We're all we got. It's really that simple. And as always, I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.